I'm Joe. I'm 22 years old, I've just graduated from university, and this is my new home, a narrowboat called Lydia.
That didn't happen.
I'll be turning all 57 feet of her into my new home on the water.
Is this really happening? I'm not the most graceful creature.
Roping in a few of my mates to help.
I'm kidding, but it's great.
Learning quite a few new skills along the way, I've come up with an ingenious solution.
I think it's this.
Work smarter, not harder. Doing a fair bit of grunting.
Lift with the knees. Getting out is even harder than getting in. I just want a cup of tea.
All while living aboard. When the renovation is finished, I'll be setting off onto the network for an even bigger adventure. Welcome to the Voyage of Lydia. It is survey day, round 2. The boat got craned out of the water yesterday, and now I'm going down to see it out of the water. I've got a lot more faith in this boat, I will be honest. It was clearly in a lot better nick. It had clearly been looked after, and it had clearly been loved as well, because the story behind it was that it was going to be this couple's, their sort of forever boat, if you like. So I'm driving down to Nottingham this morning to go and look at it at a place called Redhill Marina. I'm hopefully going to meet the surveyor, and just like last time with Dave, the new surveyor, Chris Williams, will be able to talk me through it. I'm pretty hopeful, and I'm pretty confident in this one. I mean, I was confident in the last one. It was shaky confidence in the last one, but I did have confidence in the last one, and that confidence was sorely misplaced. There's something about this boat, I'm not quite sure what, but there is something about it that just feels right. We'll see how it goes, and yeah, I hope this one works out. Right, we've just pulled up at the marina. I've parked up by the cafe, and now I'm going to walk down and see the boat. I can just see the prow end of it with the front of the crash cover. Let's do this! The surveyor wasn't too keen with being on camera, so I chatted to Keith and Haley while he worked. However, I came back the next day with Fraser the cameraman to sort out the details of the sail. And then my lovely mum and dad showed up, so they got to have a look at the boat too. So,
Right, hold the steps for me so big then.
So far.
It's big, it's made of metal, and it's not anywhere near the water.
No, it's not at home. It should be in there.
Once me and my dad had checked out the newly blacked hull, we had a chat with Keith about the peculiarities of the other day's survey.
On the rear, there's a Eberspacher heater, and the exhaust comes out the side. And where it's been,
you've had to cut it off and
where it's been clipped,
right.
I've took him and
it
got a
had
little
just
walk around
squashed
already.
it in a little bit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
This is no good. I went, don't worry, I'll sort it out right now. And my mate was 2 boats down fitting an engine, so I just got you know, the steel carrots. Just knocked it in, rounded it off, and he went, can you leave that while I'm doing the rest? I went, but have you finished with this part here? He went, yes. So I'm not bothering you, you don't bother me. Yeah. So then I cut it off and everything, and he come round and he went, yes, that's fine. He looked a bit odd.
He looked odd, yeah.
He looked like he had no
odd
friends.
and old.
If it had been me personally, if it was me that was paying for the survey, obviously yesterday my hands were tied. But if it was me paying for the survey, I'd have just told him to clear off, because he was just getting on my nerves. Yeah. And like Jim, who Joe met yesterday, he's a boat builder. He builds boats for a living.
Yeah.
And I come down and I went, Jim, I want a second opinion. I said, this fucking knocking hell out of the boat with the hammer and everything. He went, why? He says, I went round this boat this morning, I told you wouldn't find anything. Right. And he found one pit here, didn't he?
Yeah, the little tiny pit.
That
was the first bit, yeah.
That's what he found. He went, that's 1.7 deep. I says, well, it's 6 mil side, so it's good for till 2 mil. You don't have to. And he went, no,
Well,
that wants doing. So I got my mate, come down there with the van and the welder.
Spot welded.
Spot welded it. And he's like,
Yeah.
yes, 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 but this bit.
So he was
He sort of carried on his way down, didn't he?
enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean,
Very, very keen.
this was. I mean, he's welded it,
Yeah.
but it didn't need welding. But he was. I was just belt and braces, you know what I mean? I just wanted a good report on
And a
it.
spare pair of trousers.
Yeah, he was just over the top. But it was really funny yesterday, wasn't it? Because he went, who's the maker? And Ada went, Cutwater. He went, thought it was.
The thing is, he could have said any name and he would have said, thought it was.
Yeah. I don't know why he needed that. But you know what frustrated me from your point of view yesterday? He was such an arse with it and so thorough and everything. And then he went, you'll get your report Sunday maybe. Oh no, I'm going out on Sunday.
He had another few boats to survey.
And
Like
the way
Thursday
it
next
sounded,
week.
Thursday next week,
It was very vague.
it was very vague
was
when you're
very
going to get
vague.
the report.
Yeah.
That's why I was so glad you was here.
Yeah.
Because you know yourself.
Like, I mean, I'm so confident in this.
When he first got here,
Yeah.
and he went round just before you got here, I went, how is it? He went, it's a boat. Well, I know it's a boat, mate.
Yeah.
I says, but how is it? He went,
I know it's a boat, I've got eyes.
he says, but you're not paying for it. I says, I know, but if there's something wrong, I need to know so I can put it right. He was brilliant. Yes, darling.
After checking out the exterior with my dad and a quick tea break, I ventured back inside to debate the difference between chalkboards and cabinets with my mum.
I'm not the most graceful creature. Just like a gazelle. Oh, God.
Oh, very British, fleeing from the rain. I did that too. That didn't happen. I'll tell you what would be really nice, like, because they've got kitchen here, like they've got the chalkboard here. You can get really thin ones that you just, no, not cabinets, chalkboards.
They work like that.
Chalkboards, what?
Yeah, go on, carry on.
Chalkboards, cabinets, chalkboards. Like thin chalkboard that you can just screw in with some little screws, or that even you could fix on with magnets. Just a little thin one on there, notice board, idiot guide, appointments,
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that. This is the first test of my technical ability.
It only goes in and out a certain way, and I can't remember which way round it is.
I mean, do you want to put a deposit on it or anything?
You've got it.
There we go. Oh, God.
So you've got shelves in there, and then the water. Is it the pump or the filter?
Water pump.
The pump's down there, yeah.
And then there's a spare water pump somewhere.
Yeah, so you had it
there's a
replaced
water
when you
pump.
didn't need to.
Yeah. But so if you look on the wall, the other side of that blue thing, you've got a torch.
I've got one on my phone. Oh no, my phone's there. Hello.
Instead of going like constantly, it goes.
Oh, right, okay.
I'll just start to not hear that after a
Yeah,
little while.
it's
You
literally
just get
just the
used
pump.
to it.
It's the pump, the water pump running, basically.
So,
Wow, that means I've got another ton of bitumen down there. It's had 2 coats.
yeah, I think so too.
Another coat round the water line.
I think so too.
3
Well,
coats
put
on
it
the
this
water
way.
line. And then it's still got 4 days to go.
I ain't got much time to do anything else.
We've got what, a month?
You know.
The accommodation, the contract runs out on the 9th of September.
Yeah.
We've got
Dry standard,
about a month and a half.
believe it or not.
Finally, after much discussion, we settled on a sale price and a deposit.
I don't want to pass anything on that I wouldn't expect myself, you know what I mean? So you just try and be right.
Definitely. See you Thursday.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Cheers, my friend. Thank you very much. Cheers, darling.
I'm not
See you later, mate.
normally.
Thank you for babysitting.
Thank you very much. I'll give you a hug.
Okay, deposit's been taken on the boat. We paid a deposit, we've done a deal. Survey said all good things about the boat. We're good to go. We are good to go, and I will be honest, it is an enormous relief. Because it's happening. like, this is my first home. The boat's mine, nearly. All we've got to really do now is the handover. Like I say, I don't know when that's going to be, but cross fingers, it'll be soon. A couple of weeks later, I picked up the keys to my new home. I didn't manage to capture the handover on camera, but the very next day, I was back at the boat to crack on with the first task, cleaning. Key to working on boats and cleaning boats: work smarter, not harder. I haven't quite got that yet. One thing I have been meaning to do since I got here, and actually since I bought the boat, is get rid of all of this. Oh, this is bloody painful. Wait a second. I reckon that's enough for now. Jesus. Now, even though I knew I was coming down to spend the night on the boat, I knew that I was spending the night. I didn't bring any curtains with me. And where I'm moored, it's right next to a walkway. I'm moored side on to a walkway, and there's other boats here, so there's people walking by. And I'm not an early riser, so it's fair to say there'll be people walking to and from this walkway before I get out of bed. So the porthole next to right next to the bed here, I've come up with an ingenious solution to stop peeping toms. Let me show you. Some microfiber cloths wedged, literally wedged in the window, and I've just pulled it out, but let me see if I can sort of push it back in a little bit there. There we go. I think that'll probably do until I get some proper curtains. I hope they don't fall out during the night. This is the first time I've really sort of stopped to kind of take it all in. And I have to say, I'm not disappointed, not at all. Oh, that's hot. It's so peaceful. It's so peaceful. And peaceful is exactly what I was looking for. You know, after the stress of full-on uni for 3 years, that gets to you. I'm not saying it's the worst thing that can happen to you, but it can have its effects. It certainly did on me. I still can't quite believe it, really, that this boat is actually mine. Like, all the paperwork's been done, the money's changed hands, but I still can't quite believe it. It was a dream for so long that now that it's become reality, I'm sort of questioning it, thinking, is this really happening? Is this really this boat, this bow, these doors, this cratch cover, this mooring? Is it mine? Yes, Campbell, it is. And I couldn't be happier. I really couldn't be happier. You know, even though I'm not in Lincoln, which is where I wanted to stay, I'm not too far away, and the mooring that I have got is lovely. This is a beautiful spot. I've got loads of people around me. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-ish, sort of maybe 10 or 12 boats around me that I've met. The people who are in front and behind me, my next door neighbours, and they're fabulous people. They're really lovely. A cup of tea, a lovely view, and my new home. This is nice. This is really good. Yeah, for now, I'm going to sit down and just enjoy it. Because isn't that the whole point?
Next time on the Voyage of Lydia, the peace and quiet comes to an end as Fraser and I get cracking with the sanding. I try and figure my way around Lydia's engine bay. And I discover what hell feels like. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.